What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new episode in the 3T series where I'm attempting to play through and showcase to you guys all the awesome, amazing courses on GSPro by, as the name implies, playing 3 holes per course, usually holes 1, 9, and 18, which we are in fact doing here today for a course that is still really new and looks really good and kind of a cool background on it. So for today's video, we are going through Georgia Women's Golf Course. This is in Evans, Georgia, designed by P-Toad. And I wrote down a couple sentences here of background information, but I'll read it through. Basically, I wasn't even aware of this course, but it's pretty cool background, and I'm assuming it's real. But basically, some of the descriptions said that this is the Champions Retreat course, or the Champions Retreat course is a unique private 27-hole golf club in Evans, Georgia, featuring 3 distinct 9-hole courses designed by golf legends Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, and Gary Player. This course hosts the first 2 rounds of the Augusta National Women's Amateur, and this layout right here is the layout for the Women's Augusta National. So pretty darn cool. Must be pretty close to Augusta in Georgia. And I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look up what the layout is. But obviously, being only 18 holes in a 27-hole complex, there was no toggle option to select the different ones. So I'm not sure. This is a combination between 2 of the 9s of either Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, or Gary Player. But looks really good. Obviously, you can see some kind of similarities between Georgia Golf Club or Augusta. But looks really good. Good job by P-Toad. Still a new course. So we're going to see how we can do here from the furthest back tees. Try to be even par through the 3 holes. As far as the settings, we are doing course recommended settings, which are normal fairways, normal greens, 11 stimps. Furthest back tees at 7,403 yards. Thursday pins. Course elevation at 230 feet. 8-foot gimmies, calm wind. And I have my auto aim turned on. I will preface this by saying yesterday I did about 2 hours worth of speed training, swinging driver as hard as I could, so kind of low on time. I wasn't even sure I was going to come out and want to swing today, but decided to come out, did a warm-up. I played round 1 of Pro Tour, and I think I shot 11 over, which was pretty ugly. So apologies for anyone that watched that on the live stream. So I'll preface that by saying who knows what's going to happen here at this course. Driver will probably be all over the place. Irons weren't great. Putting was pretty bad, so I'll be very lucky if I somehow get out of here with even par through the 3 holes. But let me go ahead and find a tee. We'll tee up the driver, hit the flyover, and get this 3-hole video underway here. So, first hole, par 4, 432 yards. Assuming, yeah, this looks pretty cool. Can notice the pine straw and the pine trees, similar to Augusta. Assume anything related to Augusta or nearby, especially for the Augusta Women's National or whatever it's called. Not going to be the easiest course in the world. Probably pretty narrow, pretty challenging, but at least the settings, course recommended settings, aren't the worst in the world. Pretty cool though. Again, I didn't know that this was even there. I've heard of other like similar courses where obviously it's super difficult to get onto Augusta itself, but there's other courses in the area that I think the Augusta, whatever you want to call it, owns them. I think Tiger maybe has a par 3 around there. But pretty cool that this is now available on GSPro. Good job by P-Toad. Longer grass looks good. I like the nice bright colors with the grass, water over there. Let's see what we can do off the tee here. All right, that felt and sounded terrible, but it was actually halfway decent. Ball speed's down, but 269 raw carry, baby draw. Could have used it to draw a little bit more. We're a little bit blocked out, but we will take 286 into the rough. Leaves us with 140, basically 145, down about 2.5, 3. But then the rough will be 6%. Big Dog was actually mentioning that. I think there was an update somewhat recently with GSPro, and I think one of the things they did was they actually made the rough penalties more dynamic now. So used to always just play it at 6%. I probably still do that, but I may have to start keeping an eye on the penalty percentage. It seems like, which I get why they do it, a little more realistic in real life where you get flyers and whatnot coming out of the rough. It seems to be a bit more random now coming out versus kind of that standard 6%. but let's try to hit. What do we want? 10% would be 14, so like another 8. Let's hit a hard 9, I guess. This may be in the bunker, but it's either like a smoother 8 or a hard 9. Generally, I have a little bit of an easier time swinging harder than trying to finesse and take something off. May work. A little bit thin. Get up there. All right. Well, that was about 2 yards away from being pretty good, but we'll take it. Decent look here. Chipping 3 from just off the green. Put this inside the inner circle. Get out of here. The first hole with a par. 7 feet. We're into an upslope. It's going to come out a little bit left. That's fine. It's breaking the other way. Doesn't have the mini map of what we're so close to the green. Honestly, we only need like 3 yards. 2 to 4, really. Going. Oh, we lipped out. All right, we'll take it. Par to start it. Flying over to the second hole, 9th hole. Par 5, 585 yards, up 5. Let's hit the flyover. I may have to look up after. Probably should have done it beforehand. We got water left. Kind of walking path going through. Be curious which holes are, or which layouts are which between having the legendary golfers design them. I'm not in tuned as much with some of the history and maybe design capabilities and idiosyncrasies of certain people. Maybe some people out there that have a better idea can look at this course and say, oh, these bunkers are reminiscent of other Jack Nicklaus courses or something along those lines. But honestly, I have no idea which ones we're playing. Let's try to hit another similar drive to that. Felt terrible, sounded terrible, but I'll take another close to 270 carry. Hopefully a draw. We kind of did it. It's not drawing quite as much, but that should be fine. Get a kick left. Not bad. 268. Ball speed's down a little bit, but that's manageable for a par 5. Leaves us with 298 out of the rough. Gonna just try to run a 3-wood up there. Nothing gets there, so we will run up a 3-wood. Been fading this lately. I don't know why, but we're out of the rough. Lame here. Honestly, for a par 5, I'll take being in any of those bunkers. Somewhere, ideally within about 50 yards of this green. Wouldn't be bad. There's the fade. Felt pretty good, but that's too far right. Started right. I'm trying to line up for the draw. It's just face must be open. Face to target, which is estimated from the square, said 6.9 open. I was drawing this club for a while, and the miss was a snap hook. I don't know, lately, maybe getting cooler or fatigue or something, leaving the face open. But I swung it. Club path was into out. It was just the face was too far open. So ball speed's not bad. A little bit spinny. Dropped the carry down, but a little more than 50 from what we wanted. But 86, up about 3 out of the fairway. Let's try to hit a fuller 56 here and try to fly this 85-90 with some spin. '89 has some spin on it. Come back. All right, not too bad. Right over the pin. We'll take it. Birdie putt, 13 feet, playing 10. I just played 18 holes on 12 stimps, so I got to hit this just a touch harder. Luckily, though, I was having a tough time. One of those days where I just wasn't reading the greens right, wasn't picking good lines. At least I don't have to do that here, and it's relatively straight anyways. But 10-footer. See if we can drop this in for bird. Get there. Let's go. Felt like a little bit of a pull, but it was actually straight. So, caw-caw, we'll take it. 1 under through 2. Third and final hole, 18th hole, another par 5. And again, 584 yards. I think that was what the last one was, wasn't it? I think this were those. It said 591 on the card. I don't know. Another long hole. Hit the flyover. Liking the course, though. Obviously, you can see, like I mentioned, some similarities between Georgia Golf Club. Detail and intricacy, if I can talk, isn't quite there, but Tech Bud, I think, has done multiple iterations of that course, so it still looks really good. Pito did a good job. And playing so far, I mean, maybe I'm just getting lucky, but obviously playing easier than Georgia Golf Club, so not the worst thing in the world. Don't love these trees, though. This is a little bit tricky. Where can we go? It's a long hole. Obviously, I'm not going to hit that far, but I'm trying to pick a line, have it draw. Try that, see what happens. Those 2 drives weren't bad. I would have liked those when I was playing Pro Tour earlier. Oh boy. Again, that was super, super high toe. Sounded and felt terrible, but guess we got some forgiveness here with this QI10. That was, ball speed dropped way down. That was super, super high toe. 1200 spin, but to get 264 carry out of it, that could have been a lot worse based on how that was struck and how that felt and sounded. Looks like we got another opportunity for the 3-wood here. 320 left. Try to straighten this out a little bit. I do have this thing turned down. I was debating putting it maybe back to standard, even turn it up a little bit, add a little extra loft. Right now the face is, this will probably fade, but we got water here. The face is a bit, because this is a Tour RBZ Stage 2, which I think was 2013. It's a Tour spec 3-wood, so it's 13 degrees and it's turned down, I believe, 1 degree. It's a 1 degree sleeve to 12. But the face is 2 degrees open, which is some of it. I really like it off the tee, but could probably use a touch more loft. Oh boy. Well, that's kind of unfortunate for such a narrow tree. Okay, 97-yard 3-wood. I think we're going to hit it. Are we going to hit it again? And we'll go hybrid. Nice little 100-yard 3-wood layup. Just doing the percentage play here. Still got water over there, so we're going to go 3 hybrid and don't want anything to do with that water, so we'll go out this way. If we miss it, so be it. Hitting 3 into a 5. Still should have just a manageable wedge shot up there. Carry. All right, safe. Can draw this one somehow. That was almost a little more of an overdraw, but can draw this somehow, which is a Tour 3 hybrid, 18.5 turned down. I don't know why I can draw this and not the 3-wood, but not in a terrible spot. 18. Let's see if we can get up and down. That clubhouse looks pretty cool. Greenside bunker on an upslope. 18 up 5, so we'll call it 20, and we'll probably add another 9, so 29. Probably try to hit this about 25-ish in the air. $26. All right, not bad. Go figure, as soon as I stop playing Pro Tour and I just do a video where I want to play well, but the score doesn't matter quite as much, play a little bit better. But from Georgia Women's Golf Course in Evans, Georgia, designed by Pito, we ended up with 1 under through the 3 holes. So par on 1, birdie on 9, and a par on 18. having 2 par 5s in there helped. But some decent shots, some not so good shots, a little bit of everything there. Take a look at the stats. 2 pars, 1 birdie. We didn't hit any fairways, so we have no driving stats. That's about right as of late. 17 feet on putting, 3 putts, 1 sand save, which was the last one. 16 minutes on the gameplay, 1 out of 3 greens regulation, and 0 out of 3 fairways. So, ideally, like to be small sample size, but at least 2 out of 3 greens regulation and fairways, if not 3 out of 3. But a little bit more of a narrow course. I feel like those drives weren't too bad. Hit 2 decent ones at least, and we just didn't quite draw enough, and we missed the fairway. But not too bad. I will take the score being 1 under for sure. So, another course in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Really cool course, cool background on this, which I wasn't quite aware of. If you guys have any course requests, please let me know down below. I have a list of about 15 here that I went through the SGT website, the newer ones, and I want to get back and do a couple more Patreon courses now that I'm a member of Run Putt Run's Patreon, which he has some really, really good courses that I would like to show you guys as well. But if you have any course requests, please let me know down below. Just give me the name of the course, the location, and just a little bit of background information. You don't need quite as much as what I had written down, but I just like kind of getting some of the background of the courses, not only for myself, but to relay it as well for anyone watching these. I think it adds a little bit to it, and guys can kind of get an idea of maybe what this course is, why it came to be kind of thing. But if you have any requests, whether it's your home course, world famous course, fantasy course, anything in between, ideally something I haven't played, just let me know down below, and I'm more than happy to add it to the list and try it out. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Shout out to the members. You can see everyone's name scrolling down below. Really, really appreciate the additional support, and would greatly appreciate if anyone else considers becoming a member. You get your name scrolling down there below, which is kind of cool, on top of some other perks. But like I always say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.